Have you ever wondered what sets successful entrepreneurs apart from the rest? Well, the answer lies not only in their unique business ideas or their ability to innovate, but in their mindset. Yes, you heard it right. The entrepreneurial mindset is what truly sets the successful ones apart from the crowd. But what exactly is this so-called entrepreneurial mindset? In a nutshell, it's a specific set of attitudes and behaviors that drive entrepreneurs to challenge the status quo and create something new. It's about having a vision and then being willing to take the necessary risks to bring that vision to life. One of the most common characteristics among successful entrepreneurs is persistence. The entrepreneurial journey is often filled with hurdles and setbacks. However, successful entrepreneurs don't see these setbacks as failures, but rather as learning opportunities. They have the grit to keep going, even when things get tough. Another key characteristic is adaptability. The world of business is ever-changing, and entrepreneurs need to be able to pivot and adapt to these changes quickly. They are flexible and open-minded, always ready to learn and improve. They are not afraid to challenge their own beliefs and assumptions in the face of new information or circumstances. Lastly, successful entrepreneurs have a strong drive for success. This doesn't necessarily mean they are driven by money or fame. Rather, they are driven by the desire to make a difference, to bring their ideas to life, and to create something of value. They are motivated by the satisfaction that comes from achieving their goals and seeing their vision become reality. All these traits, persistence, adaptability, and a strong drive for success, are integral parts of the entrepreneurial mindset. They are the secret sauce behind the success stories of many entrepreneurs we admire today. So it's clear that the right mindset is the first step towards entrepreneurship. But what about the financial strategies they use? One financial strategy commonly used by entrepreneurs is bootstrapping. But what does it involve? Well, imagine starting a venture not with a hefty investment, but with your own savings or the earliest revenue generated by your company. That's bootstrapping in a nutshell. It's like being a one-man band where you juggle different roles and responsibilities, all while keeping a keen eye on your finances. The upside? You maintain total control over your business decisions, without the pressure to deliver immediate returns to investors. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Bootstrapping can be a daunting task. It often involves tight budgets, long hours, and a slow growth rate. It's like sailing a ship without a safety net. A single financial misstep could capsize your venture, so it's a strategy that demands a solid understanding of your business, careful financial planning, and a whole lot of grit. So, bootstrapping can be a viable option, but it requires careful financial management. To give you a real-world example, let's hear about an entrepreneur who successfully used bootstrapping. This entrepreneur started with a dream and a shoestring budget. We're talking about a modest savings account and a lot of passion. With a clear vision in mind, they started building their business from scratch. They started small, operating from their garage, and gradually expanded. Every penny earned was reinvested into the business. The entrepreneur wore many hats, from CEO to janitor to cut costs. They learned to manage their finances effectively, making every dollar count. They hustled, negotiated, and stretched resources to their limits. Despite the challenges, they remained resilient. Their business grew, not because of hefty investments, but because of tireless dedication and strategic use of limited resources. They learned the importance of being frugal and making wise financial decisions. Their journey wasn't easy, but the lessons they learned were invaluable. This story shows that bootstrapping can work, given the right circumstances and management. Another financial strategy that entrepreneurs use is seeking venture capital. But how does it work? Well, in essence, venture capital is a type of private equity where investors provide funding to startups or small businesses that they believe have long-term growth potential. This isn't a donation, though. In return for their investment, venture capitalists receive ownership equity in the company. There are certainly benefits to this strategy. Venture capital can provide significant funding that can help a business scale up quickly. It also often comes with valuable mentoring and guidance from experienced investors. However, it's not without its challenges. One of the biggest is that in exchange for funding, entrepreneurs often have to give up a percentage of their business. This means they lose some control over their company's direction and decisions, so it's a bit of a balancing act. The right venture capital partnership can propel a business to new heights, but it's crucial to remember, venture capital can provide significant funding, but it also involves giving up a stake in your business. Now, let's hear from an entrepreneur who successfully secured venture capital. Our entrepreneur, let's call him John, had a vision, a technology that could revolutionize the healthcare industry. But to bring it to life, he needed funds. John knew he had to make investors believe in his vision as much as he did, so he honed his pitch, focusing on the potential impact of his technology and how it could disrupt the market. He showcased his dedicated team, their skills, and their unwavering commitment to the project. When the day came, John walked into the room full of potential investors with confidence. His pitch was compelling, his vision was clear, and his team was solid. The investors were impressed, and John walked out of that room with the venture capital he needed to kickstart his dream. This entrepreneur's story demonstrates that venture capital can be a game changer if used effectively. A more recent financial strategy is crowdfunding. But how does it benefit entrepreneurs? Well, it's quite simple. Crowdfunding is a method of raising capital through the collective effort of friends, family, customers, and individual investors. This approach taps into the collective efforts of a large pool of individuals, primarily online via social media and crowdfunding platforms, and leverages their networks for greater reach and exposure. So, what makes crowdfunding attractive? Well, for one, it provides a platform for entrepreneurs to share their ideas with a large audience and allows anyone to contribute to the funding of a project they believe in. It's not just about money, it's about building a community around your project. However, it's not all rosy. Crowdfunding can be a challenging strategy. It requires a compelling pitch, a well-defined goal, and a large network to spread the word to. Crowdfunding can democratize access to capital, but it requires a compelling pitch and a large network. To illustrate, let's hear from an entrepreneur who successfully used crowdfunding. Meet Jane, the brain behind EcoStride, a line of eco-friendly running shoes. Jane knew her idea had potential but lacked the capital to bring it to life. She turned to crowdfunding, launching a campaign that resonated with eco-conscious consumers worldwide. To market her campaign, Jane didn't just present a product, she told a story of sustainability, fitness, and innovation. She engaged her audience through regular updates and interactive Q&A sessions. The campaign was not just about raising funds, but about building a community that believed in her vision. As the funds rolled in, Jane managed them wisely. She prioritized production and quality control, ensuring every backer received their pair of EcoStride shoes as promised. Jane's story is testament to the power of crowdfunding, turning an idea into a reality with the support of a global community. As we've seen from this entrepreneur's story, crowdfunding can be a powerful tool when used correctly. So, we've explored 3 financial strategies and heard from entrepreneurs who've used them successfully. We've delved into the world of bootstrapping, venture capital, and crowdfunding, each with their own unique benefits and challenges. Let's take a moment to reflect on the insights we've gathered. Bootstrapping, the process of starting a business using your own personal resources or the revenue generated by the business itself, is a strategy that allows for complete creative control and independence. It's a bootstrap entrepreneur's tenacity that fuels their journey, with every success and setback serving as a lesson. Venture capital, on the other hand, is a financial strategy that involves seeking out investors to provide the necessary funding. This strategy offers entrepreneurs the chance to grow their business at a rapid pace, leveraging the resources and networks of their investors. But remember, with venture capital comes the potential for loss of control and the pressure to deliver high returns. We then shifted our focus to crowdfunding, a strategy that harnesses the power of the crowd to raise capital. This approach democratizes the funding process, allowing anyone with an internet connection to become an investor. The key to successful crowdfunding is an irresistible pitch and a dedicated community of supporters. Throughout our journey, we've learned that there's no one-size-fits-all approach to financing a business. What works for one entrepreneur might not work for another. The secret lies in understanding your business, its needs, and the market in which it operates. It's about making informed decisions, balancing risk and reward, and being resilient in the face of challenges. The entrepreneurs we've heard from today have all chosen different paths, but they share common traits: adaptability, resilience, and a lifelong commitment to learning. They remind us that entrepreneurship is not just about making money, but also about creating value, solving problems, and making a difference. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all solution in entrepreneurship. The key is to stay adaptable, resilient, and always willing to learn. And with that, we wrap up our exploration of entrepreneurial financial strategies. Here's to your journey and the many learning opportunities it will bring.